Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another vlog. So today is Christmas Eve actually, and I just wanted to film a little video of Christmas Eve. Me and Josh are going over to my parents today for Christmas Eve and doing like Christmas with my parents and my brothers and their wife and girlfriend. And yeah, so Josh and I are making some food to take over there, and I just thought that, I don't know, I want to show you guys what I'm going to make. Do you want to show them?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I'm making buffalo chicken dip and Cowboy salsa, which I think is what most people call it. I'm not sure really, but I'll show you what it, like, all the ingredients and stuff. Both of the stuff that I'm making is super easy. That's why I chose to do it, because I didn't really feel like cooking anything today. So yeah, I'm making that, and then Josh is making mac and cheese. So yeah, it's 11 o'clock now, and we have to go over to my parents at 2. I am obviously still in my pajamas and have not showered or done anything. That's why I look like this. Yeah, so it's 11 o'clock now. I'm gonna start cutting up. Ooh, sugar. I think I'm gonna put everything into the crock pot for the buffalo chicken dip, so that way it has time to like mix all together. And then I'm gonna start cutting up the stuff for the Cowboy salsa. It's super easy. So yeah, I will show you all the ingredients and the steps to make it and everything. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy this video. Okay, so the ingredients for the buffalo chicken dip are super easy. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients, and it all gets put into a crock pot. So for the cheeses, you use 8 ounces of cream cheese. I use a whole bag of shredded cheddar cheese. Honestly, the more cheese you add, the cheesier it is, so I think it only gets better. So this actually has 3 cups. It's from Aldi. I think most bags usually come in 2 cups, so I'm just gonna dump literally all 3 cups into it. And then
Blooper.
I use canned chicken breast, because it's already cooked and it's really easy to shred. So I'll drain this and put this in first, and then add the cheeses and stuff, and then I add a whole bottle of Frank's Red Hot Buffalo sauce, and depending on the texture, I will add possibly a whole bottle of ranch, or Josh hates ranch, but it might not be the whole bottle. It just depends on the texture. I always add the ranch last, because I feel like it doesn't need a whole lot of ranch because it has a whole bottle of hot sauce. So it'll be like, if it's a little too dry or it just needs a little bit more liquidiness, then I'll add more ranch. So ranch to texture, whatever texture you prefer. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and plop this all into the crock pot. So that's what it looks like shredded. It looks a lot better once it's been shredded. Looks more normal. I mean, it is just like chicken breast, so it's not anything sketchy, but yeah, it just looks a lot better shredded. So now I'm gonna add the cream cheese, and actually I'm gonna add the cream cheese, and I'm gonna add the buffalo sauce, and then I'll add the cheddar cheese, and then I'll go in with the ranch last. So here is the chicken with the cream cheese and the whole bottle of buffalo sauce mixed in. And you don't have to get the cream cheese completely mixed in. Like, there can still be chunks because this will all get heated and you'll want to stir it as it gets warm. So as long as it's like blended enough like this to where it's pretty much all mixed in, then that's good. Now I'm gonna add in this bag of cheese and the ranch like I mentioned. So I haven't added the ranch yet. I just added the whole bag of cheese, and you can see how thick it is. I mean, once it's melted, it won't be this thick, but it is like thicker than probably, I don't know. I guess it's dependent on what you want. Some people don't add ranch, but I'm gonna add ranch still because it's part of the recipe. And yeah, but I don't think I'm gonna add the whole bottle. I'll probably just do like half, because I do like this texture. It's just like super thick, so I want to thin it out a little bit but still leave it so that way when it's on your chip it's like, yeah, nice and dense a little bit. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just freaking talking, I guess. Okay, there is the ranch added in, and as you can see, it just kind of makes it a little bit creamier, a little bit more mixed together. Not so, like before you could see a lot of the cheese pieces, it was like really dense. Now it's just a little bit creamier. I didn't add the whole bottle. I think, you can't really see, but I think I only added like half from feeling it. So now I'm just going to put the lid on this and plug it in and let it sit. I'll probably do high for a while and check to see how it is like every hour, but I'll probably leave it on high until we leave to go to my parents' house, and then I'll just put it on keep warm once we get there, so that way it just stays warm for everybody and it stays like all mixed together. So yeah, there is the first dip done. My camera's saying that I've been recording for 15 minutes, but I've been like stopping to record this and show you, so it probably only takes like 10 minutes. Honestly, it's so easy and everybody always loves it. My youngest brother Tyler always asks me to make it, so yeah, it's definitely a hit, especially if you have people that like buffalo chicken. So yeah, now I'm gonna move on to the Cowboy salsa, and if you don't know what that is, I'll show you exactly what it is and you'll probably be like, oh, we call that something different. I'm pretty sure everybody has like seen it before. So yeah, I'm gonna plug this in and move it out of the way, and then I'll bring everything over for the Cowboy salsa and show you that recipe. Okay, for the Cowboy salsa, these are the ingredients that you'll need. So I do 2 cans of black-eyed peas, 2 cans of sweet corn, and 2 cans of black beans, and then Roma tomatoes, just depending on how much you want. I just got 4, so that way I can kind of choose how much I want to add, and then jalapenos. So I did 5 jalapenos, but I'm not sure if I'll add all 5 or not. We'll just see. I like to cut my jalapenos and my tomatoes really small, so that way if people don't like tomatoes or they don't like jalapenos, they can't really taste them. I also always de-seed my jalapenos, so it's just the pepper, no seeds, because a lot of my family members don't like spice. Like my mom really doesn't like spice, so I make sure to cut them really small. I'm not a huge fan, like I don't like chunky pieces of tomato. I also don't like the like gooey, seedy inside of a tomato, so that's why I get Roma tomatoes and I cut those up. And then cilantro, I hate cilantro. My mom hates cilantro, but I chop this really super finely and add just a small amount to it, just I don't know why, because it calls it for it in the recipe, and if I chop it really small, I can't taste it, so it doesn't bother me, so I'll just do that. My mom doesn't care that I add it either because I chop it so small, so that, and then zesty Italian dressing at the end. This is the sauce that goes on it that kind of mix everything together, and then I'm just gonna put everything into this bowl and cover it and put it in the fridge until we leave, and then when we get there I'll put it in the fridge too, just to let it kind of sit. But yeah, if you only wanted a small amount, you could also do just like 1 can of each, and then like 1 or 2 tomatoes and like 1 jalapeno, and dressing is just to sight, I guess. Like you just add as much dressing as you think it needs. So I don't really, like if you just did 1 can of each, then you would just do dressing to, yeah, sight. And then you don't even have to add cilantro if you don't want to. So yeah, I'm gonna chop up this stuff first. Actually, I'm gonna put all of this into the bowl, and then I'm going to chop this up and add it as I chop. I find that's easier instead of just like leaving everything on the cutting board, just to add it as I'm chopping it up. So yeah, that is the full recipe, and I'll show you me making it too. So here are the tomatoes. Like you can tell, I cut them pretty small because some people don't like tomatoes, so I like to cut them small, and I get rid of like all the nasty like gut parts of it. So it's just like the harder outsides, which don't really taste like tomatoes as much, I guess. I don't know. So I'm just gonna move that into here and then start cutting up the jalapenos. Okay, so I just got done chopping up all of the jalapenos, and I think I showed, like, I hollowed out the jalapenos so there's no seeds and none of the core from the jalapenos, because that is the spiciest part of the jalapeno, and my family does not really do spice, or like pretty much me and my dad are the only two that like spicy. So I just hollow it out, that way my mom and everybody else still will eat this. So yeah, again, cut it really small so that way people that don't like jalapenos that much can't really tell. So now I'm just gonna put the jalapenos in with the rest of it. This is what it is starting to look like. Looking pretty good. And next I just have to do the cilantro and add the dressing. So yeah, I'm gonna add this to the bowl. So here is all the cilantro that I cut up. I did like maybe a quarter of the bushel because like I mentioned, I hate cilantro. I'm like one of those people that it tastes like soap. So I just cut it up super fine. Pretty much just like, is emulsified the right word, babe? No, that's like liquid, so I don't really know. It's like super thin.
Nice.
No, that's like what you do to tomatoes.
You do the salt?
No, you just chop it up. Super fine. So now I'm just going to add this to the bowl. And last, I just have to add the dressing. So here we go. So here's everything all mixed together. This is what it looks like. This has the dressing and everything on it. I only did half of the bottle, and I'm gonna take the rest of it to my parents as well, just so that way if it like dries out or we think that we need to add more, I'll add more. But for right now, I'm just gonna let this kind of all marinate together. I'm gonna cover it with aluminum foil and pop it into the fridge. The dressing does kind of settle, so I'll probably give it a stir right before we leave or once we get to my parents, and then from there we'll see if we need to add more dressing. Yeah, so this is what it is looking like. Really good, and we just use tortilla chips with it. Show you the ones that we got. I just got these ones from Aldi, which are the dipper ones, because I got 3 bags for the bean salsa and for the buffalo chicken dip. Actually, let's see what this is looking like. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to give that a good stir right now too. So here's what the buffalo chicken dip is looking like. It's definitely all mixed together. It's definitely hot enough, so I'm gonna just turn it to low until we go to my parents' house, and then we'll have to unplug it to take it. So, and then I'll just pop it on warm while we're there. But yeah, really good.
What's going on, guys? So we're cooking for Kate's Christmas party. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm making for it. I'm actually making macaroni and cheese with breadcrumbs on top. So we're almost actually pretty close to being done, since she was hogging the camera while she was making her stuff. But I will show you what we got here. Shells are already done. We're going with shells instead of elbow macaroni because everybody knows shells are better. Let's be real. We got the milk, flour, and butter warming up right now, and then we're gonna add, as soon as that thickens up a little bit, we're gonna add, says to add 8 cups of cheese, but a little more cheese never hurt anybody, so we're gonna put about 9.5 cups of cheese in there. Got the breadcrumbs over here pre-mixed. We're actually not gonna bake this here because I don't want the breadcrumbs to get soggy, so we're gonna do it right before we're serving food at 4. 12:38 now, so we're going to put it in the refrigerator and just bake it 30 minutes beforehand. So as soon as this is done and we add the cheese in, we're going to throw in some pepper, some mustard, some ground mustard, and a little more salt. Easy day. Then we're going to throw it in this pan, cover it up, and put her on in the refrigerator until later on. Alright guys, so we just put in the seasoning, put in 1.5 teaspoons of dry mustard or ground mustard, however you want to say it. 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, and this is what she's looking like. It's looking delish, so I'm about to add the cheese in and melt it all up. And there you have it, guys. So this is what is done right now. So we got the macaroni and cheese sauce in there. Can't really see it because it's so steamed up, but we got the breadcrumbs, cheese, and butter all mixed in one, and that. And when we get to Kate's parents' house, I'm gonna pop that in the oven for probably about 30-45 minutes, and it should be done.
Okay, so we are on our way to my parents now for Christmas Eve, and I'm going to end off the video of us cooking all of our Christmas Eve like dishes right now and start a new video for Christmas Eve of like everybody opening their gifts and just like hanging out and stuff. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.